families, welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. This video is about Niger. There is a great development news or story, I will call it, in Niger, which to me is good news. You remember there was a fight between Niger and Burkina Faso border not long ago. I think it was just after Mali's attack, and some of the military men from Niger were kidnapped. A lot of them were kidnapped. And Niger being a good country and they want peace already, you know, when the president came into power, he called on all the rebel leaders. He asked them to lay down their arms because this fight is not for one person, it's not for power, it is for the country. Some accept, some didn't. So when this happened, specifically it was in May that this happened. So yes, it happened before the Mali's one. They have called on those rebel leaders to sit down and talk to them and let them know that this fight is not about them. It's about decolonizing themselves. It's about having freedom. It's about being independent country. It is about having to choose for what is right and what is wrong. They want their soldiers back, and they want them also, if they may allow, to join this fight because they have common enemy. The enemy is not their brother, the enemy is not their sister, their uncle, or their mother, or their father. The enemy is the outsiders who are trying to divide them in order for them to get free goodies. If they understand, they should come so they can talk about this. They came, they talk, and what? You can see my face, I'm smiling. They shake hands. They have agreed to return the people that they have kidnapped. And also they said they will come back and talk about other things. I will let this video play. Listen to it. If you see the video, you might think it is long. It is not long. I've added two great videos together. I'll be back. Thank you for your time. If this is your first time, my name is Mamle. I react on anything concerning Africa. So you are welcome. Don't go away. I will see you back soon.
In this AES page, some Nigerians are working with the defense and security forces to secure the release of Nigerian soldiers taken hostage. This commitment was made clear to the head of state, who granted them an audience. An update from Usman Ibrahim and Omar Hussein Abdu. On this morning, the agenda of the President of the National Council for the Safeguarding of the Homeland, Head of State, Brigadier General Abdurrahman, includes a very special item, that of the expression of selfless patriotism expressed by Nigerians committed alongside the defense and security forces for the liberation of the hostages of the bonus attack near the border between Niger and Burkina Faso, on May 20, 2024. On receiving him this morning, the head of state was surrounded by members of the CNSP and Prime Minister Ali Mohammed Laminezan, to give due prominence to the act of such selfless patriots. We're called, tomorrow, to support the patriotic momentum and direction our country is painting. They are here with us to bring back ahead, a definitive peace. And I mean sincere, committed patriots, committed to peace, committed to this goal to which we are all committed, so that the prosperity and unity of the people of Niger can be restored. On behalf of the head of state, General Chani, I would like to express our gratitude to them. And on behalf of all the people of Niger, we appeal to all the others who spontaneously take the initiative to ensure that Nigerians are the same. They are known the world over as peaceful people, that even those who have taken up arms lay them down and go home quickly, so that we all build our country together in every way. There is always a first time, and that first time is for ordinary citizens to lend a hand to our FDS in their fight to secure our country. Must be followed by other acts of this kind to create a sacred union between the people and their army in this fight against terrorism which, as a result, will only be victorious.
This shows that there can be peace in the world. There can be peace in Gaza. There can be peace in Lebanon. There can be peace in Africa. There can be peace in Russia and Ukraine. If people put individuals first as human beings and put money and motivation aside, I mean bad motivation aside, there can be peace. But some people do not want peace. I'm sure after shaking hand, maybe some of the people behind them will say, why did you do that? But they thought of it before coming. So by shaking hands, they agree to fight together. And I'm so grateful. I pray that this unity, or whatever you may think of it or call it, will be real one. One by one, let them turn themselves. For me, that's my prayer. I was here praying the other day on one of my videos that they will lay down their hands, because these children they are putting in front are young. They do not understand what life is. It's just poverty that makes them getting these guns, brainwashed and doing what they are doing. So if the leaders will understand that this is the common fight for us to fight, we have a common enemy. Hopefully, and even if those are not their enemy, but they just want power, this time it's not about power. It's about dignity. It's about freedom. Anyway, my families, watch this video, how the minister of Niger was welcomed in Algeria, and I'll be back. Thank you for your time.
The Municipal Minister of Energy and Mines, Arkab Mohammed, gave a brief presentation of Algerian history and some of the city's monuments to the Prime Minister and the Minister of Economy and Finance, Ali Mohamed Lamine Zen, and his delegation. The Nigerian delegation then moved on to the government palace. Prime Minister Nadir
Yes, the Niger Prime Minister went to visit Algeria to talk about peace, security, a lot of things. There was a video I saw that Mali and Algeria has problem. We should not forget that these countries fought the colonialism or the colonizers together. They fought them together, so they are one. History unite them, and history does not lie. So wherever I always says that the AES is not a joke. It's one country. Whatever they do, one do. Don't think that the other one doesn't do it. They all do the same thing. For him to be there, it means three head of states agree as AES to be there, for him to be there, to stand on behalf of them. That's what they are doing. Wherever they go, they talk about one thing only, unity, and for the AES. I think people still don't get it. They misunderstood the AES. People are saying, why? Why should he go there when Mali is having problem with Niger? Well, if you do not have peace and your neighbor has peace, you go there and ask for peace. Because if you don't, or if they don't give you that, one day it will be their turn. History has united these countries, whether we like it or not. They fought together. If I haven't said this yet, they fought together. They have common enemy. And so, whether we like it or not, they are one in many things, and they have to stand together, work out their differences together. Just like Benin and Niger are working their differences. Benin delegates came to Niger. Niger delegates went to Benin. That does mean that Niger is betraying Mali and Burkina Faso? No. In Africa, we want peace. We want unity. All we are about is unity. We are only against those who stand against us. That's the only thing. And so whatever we can do to bring unity, like they are saying, even the Europeans fought. At the end of the day, they are one. They travel around, they do everything together. And when they are coming, they come together. You see German in your country, don't think it's only German, it's the European Union. You see Italians in your country, don't think it's for only Italy, it's for the European Union. That's how it is, and that's how it should be. So Niger delegates, they are in Algeria to work out the differences, to talk about a lot of things. Don't forget that they were also in Niger before. I want to put emotions aside. The video is already long. Please listen to it. I'll play it all and I'll be back. Thank you so much for your time.
Welcomed his hosts, a strong delegation. Security, transport, culture, communication, roads and other issues were addressed by the two delegations at this important meeting chaired by the two prime ministers. Our country has come to Algeria first and foremost to express its full commitment to strengthening ties with all its sincere, willing neighbors. The regional head of state, Chani, insisted that we make this trip because my counterpart, the prime minister, insisted when I saw him in Mauritania, and he immediately sent the Minister of Energy to Niamey for discussions with our minister in charge of oil and this morning with the sectoral ministers. It was agreed that discussions should take place so that we could go into greater depth on all the projects on the table. Our country intends to exploit the Algerian port, which is not far from one of the regions. Secondly, the implementation of trans-Saharan projects, and thirdly, fiber optics. We also talked about security. We made it clear to our Algerian counterparts, friends and brothers, that we are very concerned by everything that affects Mali. Mali also shares a border with. In Algeria, our wish is to see peace restored across all borders as quickly as possible. The role of a country like ours is to promote peace wherever we are. So, in a nutshell, that's what we discussed with the Algerian Prime Minister and almost all the members of the government. Niger and Algeria intend to further strengthen economic relations. After 12 o'clock on Monday, Prime Minister Alima Lamrizen made several visits. The Nigerian delegation first visited Algeria's Council of the Nation. Welcomed by the President of the Council, the delegation held wide-ranging discussions. The Prime Minister repeated that Niger had held out, despite the embargo imposed on it, thanks to the support of AES countries and other friendly nations. For this reason, Algeria needs to invest in its role as a good neighbor for the socio-economic development of the region. I would say that today, having been received with great honor by the President of the Senate, we are extremely well touched. We've been honored. We have decided to reinvigorate our cooperation, and in this, we'll make it happen quickly. The joint projects we have in mind should be rapidly implemented for the benefit of our people. On July 26, 2023, Niger will be doing what Algeria has always done, fighting for its sovereignty and independence. It's a path we've taken, and with the help of God, whom we've kept straight, we're going to stay straight in our boots. Once again, I'd like to thank the chairman, who gave us a historical reminder of the relations between Niger and Algeria from independence to the present day. He also gave us a lesson in patriotism, which shows that we're on a path where we have to fight to be recognized, we have to fight to be respected, and we have to fight to preserve our dignity. It's a great honor to have been honored by the President. Thank you. We're returning home very satisfied with this visit, and we'll report back faithfully on what we heard and what we noted. Thank you very much, delegation. We then visited the Musée National de Moujahid, a museum that retraces the French colonial period from 1830 to 1962, the invasion, domination, massacres and imposition of France in Algeria. The Prime Minister and his delegation were shown the cost of the 1827 fan. The history of Emir Abdelkader and many other revolutionaries were also on display. At the end of the visit, Prime Minister Ali Mahmoud Lamezen signed the guestbook of the Mujahid National Museum, saying, "At this moment of intense emotion, I would like to bow before the memory of the Algerian martyrs who sacrificed themselves to make the Algeria of today a proud country. Dignified and upright in her boots, I would like to pray to Allah, Subaru, Allah to welcome them into his eternal paradise. On behalf of my country, Niger, and its president, Brigadier General Abderrahmane Tiani expressed my sincere condolences to the families of his martyrs, and to Algeria as a whole. At the end of his visit to the Mujahid National Museum, the Prime Minister also received several gifts. Sheikh Mohammed El Mahmoud El Kassoumi El Hassani, doyen of the Would I Like Al Jazair from Algiers? The third in the world awaited the Niger delegation led by Prime Minister Alimenta Lamine Zen. After the two mosques in the Holy Land, the Grand Mosque of Algiers followed. Mosque, library, doctoral school, museum, center of civilization, center for interreligious dialogue, esplanade, garden and an imposing minaret, the longest in the world, 265 m. Elise this gigantic infrastructure. Accompanied by several members of the CNSP government, the Prime Minister prayed in the mosque and visited the minaret, which provides a panoramic view of Algiers from the 38th floor, a visit of cultural interest in a country turned towards modernity.
As we all understand, history does not lie. This is a great thing, and this is a wonderful thing to do. So we should not twist it. All we can do is be happy and wish that everything goes well according to plan. They have a lot of projects ahead of them. And I don't think they would come to Niger and do those projects and then come back to destroy them. Of course, they should be aware. Their eyes should be at their back, watching their back as well. Thank you so much for having time to listen to this video up to the end. Leave your opinion. Leave anything you think about this video under the comment section. Do you think that Niger is betraying Mali or Burkina Faso? What do you think about Niger asking the rebels to bring back their hostages? It's not kidnapping. Sorry, I used kidnapping before, but it's not kidnapping. It's hostage. Shaking hands with the rebels. What do you think about that? I think this video is already long. Please, my families, I will leave you here. Thank you so much, my returning subscribers, new ones, those who are passing by. God bless you all. Those who have been super chatting me, thank you. God bless you as well. My members, thank you. God bless you. I will see you soon. Bye bye. Have a wonderful day.